Hello to our friends in the Netherlands. This is Tyler Norton, founder of ASEA. And first off, I want to congratulate and thank Wilk and Esther and Annalise for organizing this meeting. I wish I could be there with you. I love being with our associates and friends around the world. But to the three of you, again, Wilk, Esther, and Annalise, thank you for organizing this meeting and giving me a chance to say a few words to start this meeting. I'm always so thankful for Rainey and all that she has done for ASEA. She's a dear friend. And Reinder, appreciate you as well being there. Just a few thoughts. If I had a chance to be there with you today, I would encourage you to consider the importance of the people that you work with and speak with on a daily basis. This business is a business that requires a certain form of interest in other people. I like to refer to this as extreme curiosity, a willingness on our part to take an interest in other people beyond what would be a normal level of interest, where we are genuinely concerned, genuinely interested in their circumstances and situation. And this requires us to divorce ourselves sometimes from business outcomes so that we can genuinely invest in the people. I realize this is not an easy thing to do and sometimes can easily be forgotten. But in my business, when I'm most happy about the work that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis, I find it's when I'm reconnecting with the people of ASEA. So many times the business of ASEA, or any business for that matter, can begin to, I think of it as maybe suffocate or to take the breath away from what really is important, and that is serving and lifting other people. At convention, I talked about the power of we and the importance of keeping the idea that when we are focused on ourselves, I recently read some beautiful work by a gentleman who referred to this as ecosystems. When we're overly focused on ecosystems, centered on self and what I want, as opposed to ecosystems, where an ecosystem comes from the Greek word oikos, which means the whole house. So an ecosystem is when I'm showing concern for the whole planet, I'm showing that my actions are concerned about other people, not just serving my own interest. And I think we need to be careful not to allow ourselves to move to ecosystems where it's all about self. And so if I was there with you today, I think the message I would share from my heart is check in with yourself and ask yourself, when does this start to feel more like a business and less about people and a movement? And this can happen to me very easily when I'm looking at numbers and here at my office, having to focus on so many things that are not about people. It invites me to rethink why I do what I do every day. And I think we all need to reconnect with why we do what we do. For me, the joy of this business is you. The joy of the business is getting to see each of you share something meaningful with other people, earn an income that can bless your family's lives and help you personally that way, as well as your health. And so I would just challenge all of us today to check in with why you do what you do. And maybe divorce yourself or dislocate yourself from just business outcomes and recenter your heart and mind on why you got involved in the first place. I was recently in Australia, and I asked all of our Australia Diamonds that were there to share with me how their life would be different if they had simply said no to getting involved with ASEA. And it was a beautiful meeting because each person went around and shared with great emotion. There was laughter and tears and very sincere emotions about what this has represented for them. If there were financial outcomes, and there are, and there were, most of those were described in terms of how those financial outcomes blessed their families. There were many discussions about outcomes where people had improved wellness and overall sense of wellness and health. But there were also discussions about relationships, not only with customers or friends, but also with associates, fellow associates that we build with. So it's easy to forget these things. It's easy for a business to begin to take away the oxygen of the real life that is behind it. And my message to you today is, as you talk about the business and products and how to share, keep the core purpose of what it is we're doing, which is to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world. Let that become your primary driver as you move forward. I promise you, if you'll do that, you'll be happier. You'll enjoy even the objections. You'll be able to walk away from people not trying to change the way they see this business or our product set. They'll see you as a person. And anytime you can successfully interact with another person from a genuine place of care and concern, I think you're growing and I think you're winning. So I want to say thank you to all of you for being part of this today. Again, thanks to Wilk and Esther and Annalise and Rainey and Reinder for inviting me to participate. And my encouragement to you today is to remember to focus on the people and building meaningful relationships. Those are the things that will endure and last the longest. And I think the business is so much more enjoyable when we make it about the people. Thanks, everybody. Have a great conference today. Great to see you. And thanks for inviting me to join you for a few minutes. Bye-bye.